If you are a WCU student and you're watching this video, you know how hard first year seminar is.
And it goes a little something like...
What's up guys, my name's Daniel and welcome to The Scrubs Life. I'm a nursing student at Coastal West Coast University. In this channel, I talk about my journey, my successes, my failures, and everything along the road as I'm on my journey to become a nurse practitioner. So right now, if this is your first time here, I'm a first term student. I'm a transfer student. This is going to be my second bachelor's. This is what this video is going to be about, my experience dealing with my first term at WCU. Number one, everything in my first term was all online. Now, how it works at WCU, at least for my term, right? All of my classes were self-paced. We never had to meet online through Zoom, that I know some people do in different classes, which I kind of liked, honestly, because I got to control exactly how my schedule is. So like when I study, when I work, which I'll get into that in a little bit. It definitely is an adjustment. So when I had my first bachelor's, obviously it was before COVID, and it was through traditional learning styles. That is what I'm used to, so doing everything online without a teacher in front of me was kind of an adjustment. So just putting yourself in that mindset that, you know, you're gonna have to make an adjustment if you want to go into school right now and try to progress through what we're all going through, which is COVID-19. Definitely consider that if this is something that you want to do all online, right? The subjects that I took for this term were anatomy, lifespan psychology, and first year seminar. And I'll give like one big tip that I learned throughout my whole term on how to approach these classes. Alright, so when it comes to anatomy, there's a lot of different ways people like to study, whether it be flashcards, drawing stuff out on the board, with pictures, or just mapping out everything on a big concept map, making tables. So what I did is something that it's kind of like an idea I stole from one of my med school professors when I was in med school. So basically you just make tables to differentiate between things, because in anatomy sometimes there's a little overlap and you want to know like what exactly belongs in the digestive system, or something that is endocrine versus exocrine. There's a lot of different terms and stuff that you're able to understand, like what's really going on. I also like pictures. I love Netter's anatomy, Netter's flashcards. It's more of a med student thing because it goes in further depth than we did in my nursing class. But in my opinion, anatomy is a subject that you're always going to be seeing, especially once you become a nurse, and you want to be able to really understand everything. You don't want to just memorize, and that's something I'm gonna just make a quick note on. When you're studying for something, don't just memorize it, actually know what's going on. It's easy to just go on Quizlet, copy and paste your homework question and be all like, okay, what's this answer, right? If you're on a time crunch, I can understand why you would do it, but as much as possible, try to really understand what's going on, because in the future you're going to be needing that information to help a patient out. It's better, in my opinion, to really be able to understand, so you know how to help the best, right? So that's what I got to say about that. Lifespan psychology. Now, the way this was taught at WCU, I don't know how this is going to be taught at your university, but how it was taught here was we're assigned chapters and we just make discussion board posts, and our final was just a research paper that we worked on from the start of the term. If I'm sounding a little rushed or out of breath, it's because I just got my second dose of the COVID vaccine today, Moderna, and I'm starting to feel it a little bit, and I'll make another video on that later. Anyway, just stay on top of your chapters. That's all I gotta say for that. If you stay on top of your readings and are on time on your assignments, that's all you have to do to get an A. Seriously, an A in the class. So it was a fun class. It was very interesting. But to me, just stay on top of things and you'll get an A. Just do the work. First year seminar. If you are a WCU student and you're watching this video, you know how hard first year seminar is. No, that was a joke. And you know how easy first year seminar is. Basically, all it is, guys, is you're going to be assigned a module each week about how to be a good student, how to be a good nursing student. And they have good content in there, like how to study, how to manage your time, studies tips, managing stress. I think those are all important things, especially for the future. Once we all become nurses, it's going to be very important, especially the stress management part, really. I felt like I learned a few new things that I haven't already, so that's one of those required classes that West Coast is going to have you do. If you're starting brand new, haven't had a bachelor's yet, you're going to have to take this class. If you already have a bachelor's, you're still going to have to take the class. It's a required WCU class. Do the work, stay on top of things, and you're good to go. I was talking about earlier about balancing work. Before I started nursing school, I had a lot of people tell me that, oh, you shouldn't get a job while you're in nursing school. Whatever your situation is, if you need to provide for your family, if you need to have a job for whatever reason as you're doing nursing school, do it, because it's very doable. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it without trying for yourself. That's one lesson that you want to learn no matter what the situation is, right? It's very doable. If it's a part-time job or if it's a full-time job, it is very doable. How I did it. So, scheduling. That's one thing I talked about on this channel before. Making yourself a schedule, and like something that you can physically see, not something that's inside your brain, but something that you can physically see, helped me to stay on top of things. So like how I do it is like I have a to-do list, right? Or not a to-do list, but like a schedule I have on Dropbox. And within each time frame I have, okay, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna exercise, I'm gonna review content for school, like chapter 1, right? Chapter 1 anatomy. And I have to do these homework assignments as well by the end of the day. And if I just happen to have work today, put your work schedule on this calendar. It will definitely pay lots of dividends to plan out your week. I like to do 2 weeks in advance, just so I can see more long-term goals of like where I want my studying routine to be. And if you try it out, let me know down in the comments below how that worked out for you. I'm just glad to say after the end of my first term, I hit all the goals I wanted academically. Goals for the next term. Obviously, I'm going to do my best to get a 4.0. Number 2 is going to be just be able to just balance my time, continue to balance my time with work and school, and just to increase like my productivity to be even more efficient. You can always improve somewhere, guys. Even if you feel like you got it and you do get it, that's great. But you can always fine-tune your actions and all that even more. You're gonna want to always be constantly learning and improving yourself. And when you do that, you are going to be able to accomplish anything you want. Always just go out there and improve yourself and don't hurt anybody in the process. And comment question of the day, are you starting nursing school soon, or have you just completed your first term? And if you have, please let me know how it went for you down below. I always love to hear everyone's stories, like on Instagram. I just love hearing all your stories that you've told me in my DMs. Like, I'm very, very open. Just go ahead and leave me a message on Instagram. Right over here or in the comments. We're all here for each other, and this is what this channel is all about, just fostering this great community of nursing students, nurses, and everyone of the like. And let's do this. 2021. That's it for today's video. If you like this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe and be sure to hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a brand new video. Remember to not hurt anyone and to be yourself, love yourself, and do what makes you happy. Peace out, guys.
Why do I still question these lessons? Cleaning up my messes. Got confidence, no stressing. I swear to God we'll make it. I swear to God we'll make it. No one could judge me, don't care if I'm lucky. We destined for this, just me and my buddies. Not in it for money, I'm in it for loving. I'm in it for loving. Learn from mistakes, learn from the great stuff. But I hate, homie, take a break. Now this ain't your place, you can